What up, everyone? This is Mr. Lord, Dr. Professor, Dark Joker, with another edition of Win, Where, Pick, and Dare, where I pick games for the various games that are occurring tomorrow. Whether it's football, baseball, basketball, basically whatever games I want to pick, I will pick them. With all that being said, on with the video. College men's basketball. Texas Tech Red Raiders versus UCF Knights. So Texas Tech has a 64.3% chance to win. UCF is a 35.7% chance to win. This is at UCF. So Texas Tech is 11 Nation, 16-4 record. UCF is unranked, 16-4 record. So for stats, Texas Tech has slightly more points per game. UCF has more points against, and a slightly higher field goal percentage, and slightly more rebounds per game, assists per game. Uh, Texas Tech has slightly more blocks per game and steals per game. These stats are pretty close, so I think home field advantage is going to be a big thing here. So I think UCF will beat Texas Tech. Southern Methodist Mustangs versus Louisville Cardinals. So SMU has a 60.2% chance to win. Louisville has an 83.8% chance to win. This is at Louisville. Yeah. Hmm. So for so SMU's unranked 15-5 record. Louisville's 20 Nation 14 and 6 record. So for stats, SMU has more points per game, points against, and a higher field goal percentage. Louisville has more rebounds per game. SMU has slightly more assists per game, blocks per game, and steals per game. These stats are pretty close, so I think home field advantage is going to be a big thing here. So I think Louisville will beat SMU. BYU Cougars versus Kansas Jayhawks. BYU has a 37.5% chance to win. Kansas has a 62.5% chance to win. This is at Kansas, so BYU is 13 Nation, 17-3 record. Kansas State's unranked, 15-5 record. So yeah, for stats, BYU has more points per game, points against, higher field goal percentage, slightly more rebounds per game. Kansas has slightly more assists per game and has more blocks per game. And BYU has more steals per game. So these stats are pretty close. So I think home field advantage is going to be a big thing here. So I think Kansas will beat BYU. Kentucky Wildcats versus Arkansas Razorbacks. Kentucky is a 39.1% chance to win. Arkansas is a 60.9% chance to win. This is at Arkansas, so yeah, so Kentucky's unranked 14-7 record. Arkansas's 15 Nation, 16-5 record. So for stats, Arkansas has more points per game, points against, higher field goal percentage. Kentucky has more rebounds per game. Arkansas more assists per game, and Kentucky has slightly more blocks per game, and Arkansas has slightly more steals per game. So these stats are pretty close. So I think home field advantage is going to be a big thing here. So I think Arkansas will beat Kentucky tomorrow. UConn Huskies versus Creighton Bluejays. UConn is a 72.1% chance to win. Creighton is a 27.9% chance to win. This is uh, at Creighton. So UConn is 2 Nation, 21 record. Creighton is unranked, 12-9 record. So for stats, UConn has slightly more points per game. Um, Creighton has more points against. UConn has a higher field goal percentage and has more rebounds per game, assists per game, blocks per game, and steals per game. So the stat that's the biggest is points against. It is a 10.6 advantage in favor of UConn. The rest of the stats are pretty close. So that like the points against, that at least points that maybe there's more of a defensive issue. At Creighton, the comparison to UConn compared to like with any other team. So yeah, I think that's gonna be the big one that hurts them. And Creighton also probably doesn't have a large fan base, so a lot of people may not go to their sporting events. So I think UConn will beat Creighton. St. Mary's Gaels versus Gonzaga Bulldogs. St. Mary's is a 12.1% chance to win. Gonzaga is a 87.9% chance to win. This is at Gonzaga. So our stats, Gonzaga has more points per game, points against, higher field goal percentage, more rebounds per game, assists per game, slightly more blocks per game, and has more steals per game. So yeah, so most of these stats are pretty close to once. The big difference is the points per game. That is like a 10.3 in favor of Gonzaga. So with that and home field advantage, I think Gonzaga will beat St. Mary's. And that's it for picks. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening to my picks. Do you agree with them? Do you not? If you have different picks, you can put them in the comments. But other than that, please like, subscribe, and all that. Thank you for listening, and look forward to the next video.